Hello, everyone. Oh my God, I just love what our brand team is doing. I love our new intro, new graphics. This Meet the Team episode will be very cool. So, hello, everyone. I'm Mikna, community lead at Oasis, and we're back with another Meet the Team episode. As always, welcome. I'm super happy for you to be here. If you have any questions, ask them in the chat. We'll answer them at the end. In the meantime, it's my pleasure to introduce to you. As I said, we have a special guest today. So you might have met him in person if you were in Bangkok during It Global. He also gave some talks in Bangkok. But in case you haven't met him in person, he's a lovely guy. So I'm super happy to introduce Bernhard, who is a solutions and integrations engineer at Oasis. Welcome, Bernhard.
Hi guys, happy to be here.
So, Bernhard, we have met in person, and I absolutely appreciate everything that you're doing. But maybe you can tell the community what exactly a solutions and integrations engineer does for a Web3 project.
Yeah, actually, I hold many roles in with this role. I do kind of a bit of everything. Like I help on the tooling side and SDK side of Sapphire, but like I also help projects to integrate with Sapphire, and like also be then also on hackathons or conferences, also to help technically, and also help the BD team technically, and also produce content and documentation that the developers at the end, it's all for making the developers happy, that they can build cool stuff.
I agree, and I think you can also agree on this. Nobody at Oasis holds only one role. We're all jack of all trades. We're all doing stuff outside our scope of work. So, but this is what happens when you're in a cool company. You just love what you're doing, so you're happy to help everyone else out. And I can say you were a hero at It Global. You helped us out so much. You were there, yeah. You were there for like constantly. I don't know when you slept, but you were there during the night, during the day, offering support to the hackers. You were amazing, Bernard.
Well, I mean that's hackathons. I mean you have to be present. Like I was a hacker myself, and maybe also in future will try again to hack. And it's always amazing if teams have support all time there. It's just like what helps the projects the most. I mean, yeah, it's in person support is the best. Yeah.
Of course, and I think it helps. But we did that. We did try to gather some post-mortem feedback after the hackathon ended, and honestly, everybody was super happy with the support you guys offered. How happy, how eager you were to help out. So most of the projects we deployed on Oasis did so because of your guys' support. So everybody was happy. So you were a hacker before, you said. That kind of leads to my next question. What were you doing before you joined Oasis? Um, Anything in Web 2? Like, what was the transition? You were probably doing something in Web 2. I don't assume you started directly in Web 3. So how was your journey?
My journey was like I was working in some small companies. Then I was like moving to Zurich in Switzerland, where there's a lot of banking and insurance stuff. So I was doing consultancy, IT consultancy for the big banks, and the smaller banks here in Switzerland. Means like I was helping them actually digitalize their processes to get more digitalized, because like in general the Swiss banks are a bit slow with digitalization. Yeah, but what I saw like in other even Europe countries, like in Poland or stuff, what they already had in their apps that time, when I was doing stuff for Credit Suisse or something, yeah, that yeah, was quite lagging. And like yeah, I was like 2017, I got more or less a bit induced by programmable money, which made me quite interested in the blockchain space. But yeah, it took a while till I actually worked it. Then in Web3. In 21, I joined a startup here in Switzerland, which tokenizes real shares, called Aktionariat. Yeah, that was my first like full time Web3.
So you're a big DeFi guy, from what you said.
Yeah, I mean, like I have personal interest also, like in savings and the whole a bit like fire approach of like yeah, generating enough wealth or constant passive income that you can just do what you like to do, and that you don't just work for the money.
What was the first blockchain project you became interested in?
It was a Dash. It's because like actually the friend who kind of made me more look into blockchain again. I mean, I was looking into Bitcoin already 2013, but was not, yeah, not didn't look deep enough. And like 2017, a friend introduced me and was telling me about Dash and how they want to replace the banking and stuff. And then yeah, I did more research and stumbled about Ethereum. And yeah, since then I'm also a bit like a Ethereum fan.
I mean, we're in the Ethereum ecosystem, so it all checks out.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's interesting to find how people become interested in blockchain, because for each individual there's a unique selling point. That's why I was like Dash. I don't know how many people would say that they got interested in blockchain because of Dash, but see the financial
yeah,
aspect, since you were in the financial industry
yeah. I
to
mean,
begin with.
comes a bit together. I mean, like that also like a Dash, like kind of not per default, but they also kind of have their privacy options in it. So that's yeah, that's some privacy interest I have and had already since long time. So that's why Oasis at the end is also a good match.
That's what I wanted to ask you. That was my follow up question. Like, why did you join Oasis, and how did it come to fruition? Like you joining our team.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually yeah, a mixture of different things. I was in IFDAM last year. I was listening, was trying to hack, but my team was then giving up. But yeah, I was still interested what other people built, and like I saw some great projects who were building on Oasis, and I didn't really knew Oasis much before, but I mean, obviously, there was a lot of marketing around IFDAM with everything Oasis branded, so you couldn't miss that. So after that, I was actually looking up more about Oasis, and also found that you're looking for engineers, and that leads one to another. I had great talks with some people, like with Harry, with Mate, with Tade. I mean, that's all great people, and like that's also what made me not really look too much around, or like interview too much with other projects. For me, was clear like the people are cool. It's a cool project. I don't have to look there much further.
I'm happy to hear that team culture is important to us, and yeah, I think our whole team is. We're comprised of really cool individuals. we're we're warm, we're welcoming. So I don't think anybody who joined our team can complain because not being helped out or being supported, or I don't know. We have this mentality that's stuck for these many years. So I'm happy to hear you say the same thing. Also, you were at them. I don't know why I don't remember. Did we meet at them last year? I don't know.
No, I mean, I was quickly like at your booth, was checking out what you're building, or yeah, or what you offer. I looked into your cheat sheet that time also, and stuff, but I was not really talking with you guys.
Okay. But yeah, them was really cool. I'm looking forward to them this year. So I don't know what the events team have prepared, but it will probably even be even cooler than last year.
Okay.
So last year, even though we just started 2025, but we had a lot of conferences last year, and ever since you joined, you moved very good. So you attended a lot of talks, joined a lot of conferences. So basically, you were at it global, DevCon, Super Intelligence Summit in Bangkok. Um, what are your thoughts behind this? How was your experience with Bangkok, with the community?
Yeah, like yeah, Bangkok in general, like with DevCon was my first event with Oasis. Obviously, the first good thing was that I met some more colleagues in person, and we had a fun time also there. And like yeah, getting to know each other a bit better was good also so for working after, and also for reaching out because like before like. Just was more working with the team, got to know some more like from the DevOps team and from yeah from marketing and whatever together there. That was also helping me for growing a bit more like cross department. On the other side, like with the people there, like I mean, DevCon is super big. It's like there are so many people, you can learn so much, and like yeah, there were some great talks. Also, like especially like what Flashbots was also presenting, which really kind of pushed a bit more the TE stuff. It was quite interesting. And for the hackathon, yeah, it was good to be on the other side for once to see and to help the hackers. What I experienced there, like, is yeah that we still have a lot of work to do in for developer experience, but also for marketing, that people know and see like what you can actually build with Sapphire and Ruffle. There's so many potential, and like yeah, we have to push really that people get to know it, and like yeah, in general, that's quite difficult because like a lot of crypto builder space or like crypto space in total is a lot of speculation and hype, and yeah, you also see this now like with the Ethereum Foundation, how it gets pressured like that to change, even so like yeah, people maybe don't have the whole picture what these big foundations have to pull in the background on research and building stuff to build especially also secure stuff and not just like a house of cards for the hype.
Yeah, but I think more and more projects are becoming aware of these, and I'm actually curious. Before It's Them, because you discovered our project at It's Them, were you thinking of building anything that involved TEs when it comes to privacy?
No, not really.
Nothing.
I mean, no, like that was like not on my radar. Like I was looking and following projects with CK, like AdTech. I was very long following, but and was also like using the tooling before like they sunsetted the first version. And yeah, and Railgun and some other also the FHE space. I was also then building hacking on in CC in Brussels. I built some stuff with FHE. Yeah, so wasn't like until I was yeah noticing Oasis and how they do the stuff. I was not really aware what you can do with TEs.
So in your view, from a developer point of view, um, what's easier and more efficient to build with TEs, FHE, or ZK?
At the moment, like with TEs, you can do the most and the easiest, for sure. I think like especially TEs and CK and also MPC work very good together. They can really enhance each other and secure each other to build a better product. With FHE, yeah, it's a very nice concept, but like yeah, there we still have to see like where like really some projects can bring something live which is fast enough. This is still like quite a blocker. FHE is for everyone a nice thing which we will have in the future, but like there's still a lot of things to do. And until then, I think like some TE and like the mixture with TE, MPC, and CK will dominate before FHE is fully like usable.
I understand. I think that's a common point of view so far, but I was curious on what your opinion is about this. So one common question I ask all the guests is, what's in your own view, what do you think is the greatest barrier for mainstream acceptance of Web3, and why do you think privacy is so critical for the success of Web3?
I mean, it's the definition what you count like as barrier for Web3. For me, like especially for retailer and customer, like for them, there should be not too much. They should not really know that they're using some application which actually built on blockchain stack. It's the same like as if people use nowadays like some web app. They don't need to know it runs some SaaS solutions, some cloud providers, or like the TCP/IP stack of the internet or something. They don't need to know on what it runs on it. But yeah, for the developers, obviously, they need to know and see the benefit of the decentralization and Web3 infrastructure. And there we have to make the tooling easier and like give them also like the additional value, why they should not run this on a central database, or why they should not run this on a public blockchain. There's a lot of use cases which could benefit from blockchain, but like they don't want to make everything public. This is especially goes regarding supply chain or something like that. Like business relevant stuff should be clearly auditable, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be like public for all for everyone.
So it all comes down to abstraction in the end. Retail doesn't need to know that they're using a blockchain product, but also at the same time we need to educate people and educate businesses that blockchain is beneficial for them, so they can integrate. When it comes to AI, do you have an opinion on this? Like, where do we stand at the intersection of AI and blockchain? Do you have any thoughts? Besides the AI agents?
Yeah, well, with the AI agents, there are a lot of opinions. Recently, also there are quite some opinions there. That was a bit of a hype, which dies a bit down at the moment. As like, yeah, at the end, like the who runs the AI agent, like at the end, it's still a person who also controls the keys of the AI agent. They can rock everyone, or like, yeah, do some stuff which is not really just AI. I see since a long time also some obviously good use cases. Like again, generally blockchain is one of the best ways for like also AI agents pay each other, to have the payment infrastructure to use some one AI agents and other AI agents, or like some other SaaS infrastructure. I think like this can be very good, like as programmable money. Yeah, the blockchain can be very good use for that. Personally, like for AI, I'm sometimes want to use it. I see it as a good technology. On the other side, like I'm a bit privacy guy, and like I don't like that people see my prompts. They can learn from my prompts. Yeah, I find it a bit scary. So yeah, sure, like the new also new DeepSeek, which runs good locally, is a way forward, which I didn't try that out yet, but a colleague from us did and said it's very nice. And like for me, that's like a good way then also to use more privately some AI stuff. That's far better. Yeah.
It's on my to-do list for the weekend to try it out. But yeah, I heard good things about it, and you can see that in the markets. To be honest. Okay, enough about work. I want to know what Bernhard, the person, does. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? What passions, hobbies do you have? Uh, what inspires you
Yeah,
on a daily basis?
I have like yeah, two quite two sides. Like one is like a lot of sports. Like I do kind of extreme sports, like kite surfing, free
Oh,
riding, skiing, and motorbiking. And then also, but also like tennis and running. So I do a lot of sports. I like to do a lot of sports. Like not like forever staying inside and not do nothing. Like yeah, that's not my type. On the other side, I'm like to do research on new technologies, or privacy tools. I try to out and like also like technical gadgets. Like my friends know me, like I order also some stupid shit from AliExpress to try some stuff out, and find some new gimmicks. That's yeah, that's where yeah, I like to try new stuff out. That's for sure.
if you ever visit Romania, Bernhard, you're invited to my house, and you'll find yourself at home here because I'm way over the passion about tech period. Like I have tons of gadgets. I order everything there is to order when it comes to gadgets. That's my biggest passion in life. So,
Yeah, I
but
mean
no,
that's
I
right.
totally
Means
understand you. I totally
means
understand
also
you.
you're curious about new
I
things.
am.
That's
I am
always a good
curious.
trait
I'm
in life.
passionate. Yeah, I am passionate about VR, about AR, about. I need to have all the screens, all the OLEDs, all the more hertz, the better. It's becoming a pain. I have three monitors in my house at the moment. I'm only using one. So
What you do with the
um,
other tools?
uh, I don't use them anymore because I don't have the space. I have some OLEDs laying around, some TVs. So it's become a pain. I need a bigger place at this point.
Well, you need some good mounts that you can move them top of each other and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I need to
No,
cover all the walls in screens. It's the
exactly.
plan. But yeah, I understand. I understand this, and it's better. Like other people spend their money on way less useful stuff. So at least we love technology. So what can the community expect in the upcoming months?
Like a lot of improvement for DevX, especially for the Ruffle stuff. I think we have made some very nice progress. Yeah, we will also like what I'm actually at the moment working on, also like better tutorial also for Hyperlane, like which a lot of yeah, hackers the hackathons, because Hyperlane is also often at a hackathon. So obviously, like combining these bounties is always a good thing for the hackers. But I think like Hyperlane also like offers a good way to yeah, to ad hoc and to make a good solution to use yeah, multiple chains and use the privacy of Sapphire. That really will also enhance like and make it easier for projects who are on other chains and want to have some privacy features to dabble into that. Yeah, that's I think the most current one stuff. Yeah.
I think that's very exciting, and I think that's always been our mission to make our tech cross chain, so more and more chains and projects can benefit from it. So I'm happy to hear that you're working on that end as well. Let me check if we have any questions from the community. Okay, nothing here. So I do have something special prepared. It's the first episode that I want to try this, which is like a flash round with 10 questions. And
Okay.
you can answer as quickly as you want or as detailed as you want. So, but I want to time us. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start my stopwatch, and I want to see how long it takes us to go through all of the questions. So, question number
Sure.
one: what is your zodiac sign?
Aries.
Aries. Last movie you watched?
I don't much watch that much, but it was probably on Christmas. I was watching a Die Hard movie, like best Christmas
Oh,
movie. Like,
okay, I wanted to add that question. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not? It is, right?
I mean, like the first for sure, and the second too, I think, or the third, like
Yes,
the one
the
at the
second.
airport too. Like, yeah, there are not all of them, but like some of them for sure. Yeah.
We do have one question from the community, but I'll get to it after the flash round. Third question: all-time favorite song. This is a hard one, I know.
Yeah, there are a few one, but I think I will go with Toto Africa.
Nice. I love Toto. Favorite privacy tool.
On chain, that would be probably at the moment Railgun, and like beside that, like channel, like yeah, I'm living in Switzerland. I like Swiss privacy tools, so it is the Proton Suite. I think more people should use it, and also more businesses should use it. And
I know, and I remember
personally,
the tutorial you shared with us regarding Proton.
and else like Threema Messenger, like is a Swiss messenger, like with also one of the Skype founders or something. I think working on that.
Okay, nice. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
I think I will go with time manipulation.
That's a nice one. Why? What do you have in mind?
I mean, one thing I could travel faster.
Okay.
Other thing is I could go back to 15 years and buy some Bitcoin.
Okay, so make yourself rich. That's always a good thing. Okay, question number 6: decentralization or scalability, if you had to pick one.
That's easy, decentralization.
Favorite ski resort since you're into skiing?
That would be Zermatt. It's probably also the ski resort I was the most often. But I still have on my bucket list to go to Japan for skiing, and the powder should be different. Yeah, still looking forward for that.
I need to go to Japan, period. So, okay, question number 8: would you rather debug code or explain blockchain to a beginner?
Yeah, that's also clear for me. I prefer to explain stuff. I do this often also with my friends, and also former work. I was yeah, doing a lot of explanation.
Okay,
So
nice.
I'm used to that actually. So
I'm gonna contact you soon. I might need you for a university workshop. T or ZKP and why? I guess
porque
we
no
know.
los dos. Both, as I said before, like
Yeah.
they work good together. So
Favorite conference or hackathon you've attended? Last question.
that's like it was my first conference, and this was also very special. Was the ECC 21, which was also in full bull market. So like the side events were juicy, and I made some good friends there on my first conference where I didn't knew anyone, and yeah, but was still very welcoming, and like maybe it was better that it was not that big that time, so people were not like all over the place. I think like it gets now when it gets bigger and bigger, like also like maybe less familiar, and like less people getting involved or something. It's still welcoming, but like I think that time, like as the community was smaller, everyone was talking with each other at that time. Like also Vitalik was not running around with bodyguards, where it was easier to reach with him. So yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I mean I know what you're saying. Conferences are getting bigger and bigger, but the sense of community is still there, and I think everybody is super friendly and eager to talk and explain things and discuss concepts. So I think it's a really nice space to be involved with.
Yeah, I mean, like
Uh,
it comes both together. I mean, like the main conference get bigger and bigger. They're like it's get maybe a bit more difficult, but on the other side, like you have more smaller events also, where then yeah, there it's always then also easier to get in touch with people, and like even also on our events we had some cool guests there, which maybe like in a big conference like you wouldn't have chance to talk to.
Of course, of course. I think that's why side events are getting more and more popular. Like people go to side events directly instead of the main conference. That's the truth. uh, so yeah. Okay, flash round down. We got it in 5 minutes. I think that's a good time. And we do have one question from the community, which is how could recent developments in liquefaction by a certain Cornell team alter the Oasis landscape?
I don't know about this Cornell team, but I mean we have like quite some advancements thanks to the BD team, to all of them. Like we have like better decks. We have meters with T-bill. We have like Wino with a stable coin. And like we have like some good projects coming and working on Sapphire and building on Sapphire, and maybe some even like don't really like make it public that they use Sapphire, but actually using in the background. Like it's like also recently, who was it? There was some research done, which where people like some DeFi OGs and whatever like were like looking what is possible to build with Sapphire and how to like use the on-chain signing and stuff for abstraction. So yeah, that's sometimes it's not even visible. I mean, it's a permissionless blockchain. Everyone can build on it. That's nobody's stopped in that. Yeah.
I agree. Well, Bernard, this is the end of the show. So thank you very much for joining. It was a pleasure hosting you. Thank you everyone for attending. If any of you have any further questions, you can find our team on Discord all the time, on Telegram. So feel free to reach out to us. Thank you all for joining. Bernhard, if you have any ending words, if not.
Sure. Yeah, it was a pleasure to meet and to talk here on the stream. Final words for me is like today is Data Privacy Day, so everyone happy Data Privacy Day. Use more privacy tools. There are some good out, and don't get overwhelmed with it. Every little bit more privacy helps you and everyone.
Maybe we can do a Twitter post regarding this and share some of the privacy tools Bernhard is using.
Great.
But yeah, thank you everyone. Have a lovely rest of the day. Goodbye.